Hello there and welcome back to the Achievement Planner, and today I'm coming to you with a very special achievement plan, and it is the brand new 1.19 Wild Update for Minecraft. And it has 4 new achievements for the Xbox, and I think PlayStation has the same, and PC does have more, but you know, we're doing the Xbox here. So anyway, so this is the Wild Update, 4 achievements, 1.19 update for 60 gamer score. I give it a 3 out of 10 difficulty because trying to do certain things like put a leash on the frog is a little frustrating. Well, we'll talk about that. All right, the completion time about 5 to 10 hours. I think it actually took me a little longer, but if you don't come through, I had a bit of problems with it. So other than that, it's not that long to do. And playthrough number 1, all achievements. All right, so category number 22. Now, the reason why it's 22 is because my original Minecraft video had 21 categories. So I'm adding this to the original one now because it's a DLC. So category 22, the Wild Update achievements. 4 achievements for 60 gamer score. So number 1 is birthday song, 10 gamer score. Have an allay drop a cake at a note block. So there are these cute little blue flying creatures, and they're trapped in pillager outposts. So there are these little cages outside a pillager outpost, and they're in there, and I think the one I found had 4 of them in there. And they're also, by the way, you could find these allay in woodland mansions. However, my woodland mansion is 14,000 blocks away, so I didn't go there. So anyway, oh, and one other note, I went to a few pillager outposts and did not find any allay, so it is possible that there are none there. So anyway, I found 4 in this one, and I got one out after I killed all the pillagers, which was a pain, of course. And what you need to do, which I did not do, which is why I'm making this guide, is you need to have a cake. And you usually make a cake. You should have an achievement from the earlier game with eggs and wheat and milk from the cow and sugar. You make a cake, and you make a note block, and a note block is just wood and 1 redstone dust, or you need some redstone dust. Okay, so you have the cake, and you have a note block. And when you play the note block, by the way, it plays music notes. So yeah, cool. So these little creatures, if you give them something, like let's say I give it a cake, then it will want cake, and it'll look for cake anywhere. And if I drop a cake, it will give me a cake. So, or it'll go pick up the cake, basically. So what you need to do is have 2 cakes. This is the key. Do not have 1 cake, have 2 cakes. So you need to give one of the cakes to the allay, and then you need to drop another cake near the note block and hit the note block, make sure it plays the music. Then it'll say, oh, look, the note block wants a cake. And then it will give the note block a cake. This took me hours because I didn't realize I had to drop another cake. And it was really frustrating. Yeah, so it will take you only 5 minutes if you do it with 2 cakes. So that's all you need, 2 cakes and a note block. And once you find them, and then they'll also follow you. So you giving him that cake is, by the way, taming them. So yeah, they're very cute. All right, so number 2 is the frog stuff. So this is with our powers combined. 30 gamer score, have all 3 frog lights in the inventory. So there are frogs in this game. They just added them. And before they're frogs, they're tadpoles. And before they're tadpoles, they're little frog eggs. So in this game, you need 3 different types of frogs. And you need them to eat magma cubes from the nether to make 3 different frog lights. And yeah, and you have to have all 3 frog lights in your inventory, which is obviously what the name is. So to do this, the most common frog I think you'll find is the temperate one, and that's a frog I found in the swamp, because the swamps are more common, at least in my world where I was. So I found a frog. I found actually a couple frogs. I trapped them in a house. I guess trapped them, but whatever. You know, they weren't in a cage. Well, whatever. So I bred them together with slime balls. So you use slime balls. You may be able to use seagrass. I'm not sure, but slime balls is the way. So you breed them and let one of them go out onto the water. It will lay eggs. All right. Then you wait like 20 minutes or so. It is kind of a pain to wait, and they will turn into tadpoles. Look at this. So then you need to collect those tadpoles in a bucket with the water, and then you could take that tadpole anywhere you want. So why would you take a tadpole anywhere? Well, because you need 3 different types of frogs. So the one that you find in the swamp is the temperate one, and the one that you find in the new mangrove swamp is the warm one. Now, if you put the water in another warm area, which is what I did because there's no mangrove swamp near me, it will then grow after another 20 minutes into the warm frog, and then you have to get it back to wherever you were. Now, if you make a tadpole grow up in the cold area, you get then a cold frog. So those are the 3 frogs: cold frog, warm frog, and temperate frog. And I'm going to put up the different places on the list here where you can breed these frogs. Basically, not breed them, raise the tadpoles, basically. So you can go to any cold place and put that tadpole in the ground, and it will grow up into a cold frog. Hopefully that makes sense. So the next thing is to find a portal and to bring the frog with the leash into the portal, which is a pain, let me tell you. So yeah, so and I was really lucky and unlucky because where it spawned in the nether had so many magma cubes right there, but it also had so much lava. So 2 frogs jumped right in the lava. Lovely. So other than that, after that, the frogs luckily ate the magma cubes. Oh, so the magma cubes start out as huge. Then you break them, they turn into 2 smaller ones, and then you break them, they turn to the smallest ones. They eat the smallest ones. So if you have frogs there, they'll just keep eating them. And if you bring all 3 types of those frogs into that portal, they will make the 3 different types of frog lights, and you just need it in your inventory. So hopefully that made sense. I'm going to put up a guide of a guy talking about different frogs and what they do and all that. And then he's going to throw a bunch of frogs on the ice. So anyway, but yeah, if you need any help, check that out also. But it just takes a lot of time to get those frogs into the nether. That's the hard part. All right, number 3 and 4 are both skulk achievements, and these are part of the deep dark, which is a new biome. It's underneath the ground. And by the way, a lot of things online say, well, this is what this is. This is what I'll tell you what it is. So typically, deep dark is underneath. It's kind of attached to the dripstone caves and the lush caves. So if you find a big dripstone cave and a lush cave, there may be a deep dark connected to it. So you have to find those. I actually took a longer approach. I found it, and then I went back up and dug down into like a long tunnel. I just wanted to be safe. I have my own little tunnel, and then I got there and finally broke through, and then there it is. I got the deep dark. So now when you go to the deep dark, you find a whole bunch of dark skulk blocks. Now, by the way, to pick up these blocks, you need a tool with silk touch on it. So that's the only way you could do it. Otherwise, it'll break it. And actually, XP comes out of some of them, I think. So if you use if you want to take any home with you, you have to use silk touch tool. So now, once you go down there, you're going to see these skulk blocks with these weird like wavy type things coming up. And all you need to do, those are the skulk sensors. All you need to do is you need to crouch near it, and then you get that achievement. And it's not popping here on the screen because I did both achievements and then I died. So, and I realized it also didn't record. So anyway, so I redid it and I found the same cave again. But so that's why the achievement's not popping. But you just have to duck by them, and then you'll get that achievement. The other one is for the Skulk Catalyst. So this one is for it spreads. Kill a mob next to a catalyst. So you'll see these catalysts. They're right there also. They have this like end stony light color underneath it, and you just have to kill a mob next to it, and then the skulk will spread on the ground. It's really cool, actually, and that's all you need to do. So if you find a cave like you can see in the video here, and you find all those things, it's not hard to do, except you can't die, of course. A lot of mobs. So when you are digging, if you start to find a lot of cobble deep slate and tough, then you're on the right track to finding these caves. There's a lot of cobble deep slate and tough. All right, and actually mine ended up being at y equals negative 18 to like negative 27 in that area. Online it'll tell you it has to be negative 51, and even chunk base, if you look on that, it says negative 51. I'm not sure why it says that. It was not that low. So anyway, you don't even need to find the warden or go to an ancient city for any of these achievements. But you can obviously if you want. But anyway, I hope you enjoy this update. It's really fun. And yeah, I'll see you next time on the Achievement Planner.